Okay, so for holiday 2017, Profusion Cosmetics just came out with a ton of gorgeous looking palettes that are super duper affordable. So I'm really excited about these. I did do my entire face using some of these products, so you guys will see that, but I do want to go over and just give you guys kind of an overview of what they sent me. So thank you so much to Profusion Cosmetics for sending me all of these goodies to try out. I really do appreciate it so much. So first I have the Mixed Metal Lips set. This is $4.99 and comes with 2 lip toppers and a lip pencil, and these are berry shades. Next up we have this brows kit. It is $6.99. I do like the packaging a lot. It's like this tin and it's nice and sturdy. I'm gonna pop that open for you. What? The mirror fell out already, but that's not great. And then I'll give you guys a look at this. So it's got all of these different brow shades here. It's got a brow wax, a beige highlight, and then it's got medium brown, soft brown, chocolate, and ash brown. It also comes with a pencil and then a brush. The next thing I have here is the Mixed Metals Eyes set. This is $9.99 and has a liquid eyeliner pen, 2 metallic liquid eyeshadows, and a metallic eye pigment. So next up I have this Sultry palette, which is 24 eyeshadows for defining the eyes with a pop of color, and this is $9.99. So really great price for how much you're getting. It also comes with a double-ended brush, and the colors in here are so unbelievably gorgeous. Next up I have the Strobe and Glow palette. This one is a selection of highlight shades from nearly natural to intensely luminous for $9.99. And these colors, oh my goodness. This one comes with a brush as well, and it does look like some of them are very natural and they just have like a little bit of sheen to them, but this one, oh guys, this one called Glazed at the bottom is so gorgeous. And then now I have the Blush and Bronze palette, so it's all blushes and bronzers. It has 2 bronzers, and it actually has like a bronzer highlight, which is kind of interesting. And then it's got all of these blush shades here, ranging from like the peachy tones to more pinky. And I actually really like all of these peachy toned blushes in here. I think there's a good selection of ones that I personally would wear on a day-to-day basis. And this is also $9.99. And then last but not least, I have the Pro Face palette. This is what I ended up using on my entire face because it has a good selection of each of the products I just showed you guys. So it has some brushes in it, it has some brow product, highlighters, blushes, bronzers, and eyeshadows. So I wanted to get a good feel for all of the products because I do want to give away these other palettes because I don't need all of these palettes. So I figured I would share the love with somebody else. So I only did this look using this palette here. This one is $12.99, and like I said, it gives you a good combination of the rest of these palettes all in one. So if you guys want to see my thoughts on this collection and see how I got this makeup look, just keep on watching. We're going to start out with the brows, of course, because I already have all my face makeup on. So we're just playing with these products today. I'm going to go ahead and grab, I think I'm going to try this lighter shade right here on the ash brown side and start with that. And I'm just going to start feathering it in like I normally would with any other brow powder. This color actually looks really good so far. It's definitely darker than I thought it was going to be, so I'm glad that I chose the lighter shade. This is totally like, I don't know if you guys can see this, but there is fallout from my brow powder on my nose right now. So I don't like that, Profusion, but I guess it's not a deal breaker. And from far away here in my mirror, it kind of looks patchy. I think I'm going to try and dip into the darker color a little bit. Hopefully this doesn't make me look absolutely nuts, but I'm just going to try and hit it on the areas that are really sparse. So here is the brow after I've filled it in. I think it looks pretty good. It's not my favorite brow powder in the world, but it definitely works, especially for something that is drugstore. it does the job. Okay, so I feel like I finally got these eyebrows under control. I did end up dipping into a little bit of the brow wax that comes in the kit. It helps the color just like stick more to your brows. I did originally go over my brows with my glycerin soap like I normally do, but that just wasn't enough for certain areas. So I don't love this brow product, but you can definitely make it work. Also, I don't know what to do about these crusty ass lips, so I had to go scrub them and then they started bleeding, and so I just put some Fenty Beauty lip gloss on because there's nothing else that I can do for them at this point. I've given up. So now that we have that going, let's go ahead and go straight into the eyes. So I'm going to use some of these shadows here, and then I also forgot that I had this other kit right here that's 4 eyes. It's the Mixed Metals Eyes Long Lasting Liquid Eyeliner Pen, 2 metallic liquid eyeshadows, and metallic eye pigment. And this is in the rose gold set. These are both very sheer. I don't know if I even want to use these on my eyes. I feel like it's going to ruin the entire eye look. I think these might be a no for me, just based on the swatches alone. Let's try the metallic pigment and see. As soon as I blended it, it just kind of disappeared, so not a huge fan of that either. Probably won't use it. So I guess the only thing in this little kit that I was showing you guys that I'm going to use is the eyeliner pen. So let's just go back to the Pro Face palette and do some eyeshadow. So I'm going to take this crease brush out of the palette and start by dipping into a matte bone shade like I normally would. So I'm going to grab the shade Great, which is this one down here, and I'm going to blend that all over my lids. Definitely a lot of kick up on these eyeshadows. I'm going to take this matte peach shade called Cheerful, and I'm just going to see what we can do with these colors in terms of building up intensity. Okay, I'm not mad at it. I can see the color. It's actually applying to my eyelids and blending out. That's great. I'm also not mad at this brush. It's like the perfect size. It just fits right into my crease. It blends it out nicely. It's nice and soft. It's not scratching my eyelids. It's doing a good job. I'm gonna grab this shade called Unique. It's kind of a dusty rose, like, I guess it's supposed to be like a warm brown shade, but it's pretty light. Now I'm gonna dip into this shade called Bold. Okay, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like this isn't showing up at all, this color. I feel like I'm putting invisible makeup on. That was gonna have a little bit more of a punch. Okay, so I feel like that did a little bit of something, but not really. Like, I'm definitely not impressed by that shadow in particular. I think I'm gonna go in with a lid color. I'm gonna swatch a few of these for you. These are not going to be super foiled, but they're going to be shimmery. This one looks a little bit more foiled. This one's called Certain. It's pretty. I'm gonna dip into the shade Beautiful, which is that brown champagne shade. Okay, it's applying much more pigmented than I thought it would, so that's a good sign. Maybe I shouldn't judge a book by its cover or judge a shadow by its swatches. Okay, let's test out this eyeliner now. It's really pigmented. It glides across the lid so easily. Really easy to control. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and finish my eyes and I will be right back. I'm gonna start off with bronzer. I don't know if these are even going to be dark enough at all, and I mean, I am not dark by any means. I'm pretty light even at my darkest. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in first with the medium brown shade, which is this darker one, and I'm just gonna grab this brush that it comes with and let's see how that works out. Is anything happening? Okay, there it is. I do really like this brush. It like really gets in there. But it does blend out really nicely. It's not looking patchy at all. Okay, let's try out one of these blushes now. I really like this top blush here, the shade Fancy, because it's slightly like peachy pinky color. So we're gonna go in with that one. Definitely pigmented. And play with these highlighters. This is what I'm most excited about, of course. Like, why wouldn't I be? Ooh. Wow, I was not expecting that. Kind of like soften it up a little bit on the edges. That is intense. I like it. So the last set I have to show you guys is the Mixed Metals lips in the berry pack. I don't know what different packs they come with, but this is berry. So this is the lip pencil. It's the matte lip liner in Berry Vamp. Ooh, this is a pretty color. This is what it looks like. It's pretty. It pretty much matches that lip liner. And then this one's slightly lighter. This one's called Metal Berry. I actually really like this. It's like a nice rose gold shade. Do have a really... I don't like the smell of these at all. It smells like they wanted it to be a cupcake, but they didn't quite get there. Like, it's like a cupcake you threw in the trash a few days ago. Yeah. I do like this lip liner, and I actually really like the color. I don't feel like any other lip liner I've ever used. It's very smooth and soft and almost feels hydrating as opposed to feeling super dry, but I don't know what that means for smudging throughout the day and kind of bleeding out, so I'm not quite sure about that, but I do like how this feels. No, I don't know if I want to go darker or lighter. I think I'm going to try the darker one, actually. I thought I was going to do the light one, but... So I have to say, I do like the sheen that this lip topper gives the lips. It looks really nice, but it is a little bit patchy, and if you press your lips together, it'll start to kind of like take away in that area where you pressed it. So I'm like left with a line that's a little bit lighter where it moves around, and it feels a little sticky. Like I don't think it's gonna dry. I think it's going to stay this texture, so it just kind of feels like, I don't know, kind of uncomfortable on the lips. I think I'd much rather... Yeah, it feels so weird. I think I would just much rather wear the lip liner and then call it good, and that's it. But it's decent. It's okay. Like, it's not terrible. And having the lip liner under it definitely makes it a lot less streaky. I'm sure it would be very streaky and patchy if you didn't wear anything under it. But I just don't really like how it feels on my lips, honestly. Okay, so now let's recap on my thoughts on all of these products. There are things I do love about this holiday collection, but there are also some things that I really don't like at all. One thing that I didn't like was the Mixed Metals Eyes kit with the liquid eyeshadows and the metallic eye pigment. I really did not like these, so I did really enjoy the Profusion long-lasting liquid eyeliner pen, so if you can get this separate from a kit, I would absolutely recommend it. It did a great job. It's a nice fluid, crisp line. It's nice and black. It didn't mix in with my foiled eyeshadow. I didn't have to layer it up a million times. It hasn't smudged in my inner corners at all. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. Hopefully for the price, I'm not sure how much this is on its own or how much it would be on its own, but I'm assuming it would be pretty cheap. Hopefully it lasts at least a decent amount of time before drying out. I do really like the lip liner. I don't, however, like these lip toppers. I like the sheen that they give and the finish that they have, but I don't like that they don't dry down and they stay really sticky, and they kind of just feel really drying on my lips, so I would not recommend these. But if they have the lip liners in singles, I would certainly recommend those. And then of course I used the Pro Face palette. This retails for $12.99, which I think is an absolutely great deal, especially if you're looking to get makeup as a beginner. If you're trying to get a gift for like a young niece or nephew, whoever, who might be interested in makeup, this is a great set. You can absolutely achieve some really pretty looks using it. As you guys can see, I love how my cheeks look. I love the eyeshadow. I think that it is a great pigment. And then I do really like how my eyebrows are now that the rest of my face is finished. I'm actually really happy with how they look. As far as the brushes are concerned in these sets, I do really like the brushes as well. well. I really liked that contouring brush. I used it for my contour, bronzing, and my cheek color, so I did really like that. And then the crease brush that came in the set as well was really nice and really easy to blend the shadows seamlessly and not be left with any harsh lines. So that's it for today's review and demo of the Holiday 2017 collection from Profusion Cosmetics. You can find this in Target and Target.com and on ProfusionCosmetics.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!